Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're here. We're finally back with another My Hero chapter, chapter 380. Real quick, if you like the video for me, please, I greatly appreciate it. Um, yeah, last chapter was just magnificent. The last couple chapters to me have been great. Um, we have Shigaraki reawakened. We have Deku flying off of flying off of UA, tackling him. Gentle's back there catching UA. There's so much madness going on, and it's so good, right? It's so good. It's a great time to like My Hero, in my honest opinion. I know I'm living with both the anime and then this arc happening at the same time. I'm loving it. So let's hop in. 380. A skosh? Is that what that's supposed to be? A skosh? Okay. We're focusing on gentle. My elasticity quirk has stretched its last. My elasticity quirk has stretched its last. Not to do with a lack of love, but rather my own limitations. Aye, gentle. The fact that he's even holding UA is just nuts, right? The fact that he's even doing that. Hang in there, gentle. Give me a minute and I can upload the new program to keep that schoolhouse up in the air. Okay, baby. Zoom in. It was nearly too swift to glimpse. But dare I say that was the boy I just saw. Does his departure point to the faith he's placed in me here? No, I suppose not. He wouldn't be aware of my participation. No camera, no audience. My actions here today earn me neither cheers nor jeers. Only the joy of being alive and present I feel within my heart. Ooh, gentle spin. It's usually what you do when nobody is looking is who you are. Like if you act a certain way around certain people, that's not really you. Oh, he sees the kids recording. Cameras and audience. He sees them. Nah, but Deku realized that it was Nagant and Gentle both helping him, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like to think he would be thinking that there's no way the boy would know I'm here, but that boy's got a big brain. Do not risk your necks. Hurry. See, it glitched up and freeze on me. All right. Zoom it in. It's so hard to control the mouse with this. It's so hard. Do not risk your necks. Hurry yourselves inside. That one is a villain supposedly in custody. And yet, the one holding up this tomb right now is without a doubt that very man. Heed me, won't you? I'm doing my utmost. So please get inside. Shut up. Let us film. Ah, such passion. We're also doing our utmost. Nice. When Japan was falling to pieces, the nation placed the entire burden on Endeavor. That day, we should have been documenting and curating the whole saga, and it should have secured the link between heroes and society. The camera froze. All right, when Japan was falling to pieces, continue. The nation placed the entire burden on Endeavor. That day, we should have been documenting and curating the whole saga, and it should have secured the link between heroes and society. But we couldn't. I think that's a really cool point to make, where the hero course student, like the business course, they're like, all this stuff started to happen that was bad. And it's like, if we had our own point of view, if we had our own perspective, we would have been able to like kind of refute the claims that the villains were posting. Like their claims were like uncombated. Like Dobby was just able to post the video and say stuff, and we had nothing to back us up. We just had to kind of like eat crow. That's it. And then have everything fall to dissension. So it's like, it's a cool way. So now we film to reforge that link. This is how the business course does heroics. Getting their own little moment. Incredible to think I once sought to infiltrate this astounding educational institution. All you kids are something special. My phone has a mind of its own, and it's offering it's offering an opinion. No, wait, I can't control it. It's La Brava. Wouldn't it be La Brava, or would it be Skeptic? It's either Skeptic or La Brava. We've been hacked? Is it a villain? Since UA's electromag barrier is on the fritz, I was able to hack my way into your devices. What are you doing, Aiba? You have to save UA. Tsukauchi. Oh, that action items all take. 1 second, YouTube. My Discord just crashed. Just completely crashed. Yo, I can't win today, right? Can't win today at all. Can't win today. Let me continue. What are you doing, Aiba? You have to save UA. Oh, that action item's all taken care of. I'm already on to the next task. And that's what this must have been in the top right corner. With the noise, it must have been her, she must have like gotten UA back up and going. Zoom in. All right, here we go. Keep filming, heroes. Imagine Gentle going to all this trouble and having nobody see him do it. He might have made his peace with that, but I say, nah, no way. This is a crazy like panel. How it's like this panel's the inside of the screen. That's a really cool. Like that's cool how this is drawn. Like it's even like concave. Fisheye a little bit, if you want to say that. It's really dope. All right, next page. And now UA is turning back on. Nice. The load lightens. Huzzah to you, La Brava. And you have all the Toga Twices. Every last hero's gotta die. Ooh. Okay. I am protector. Yeah, I did. I did. This isn't the first time though, right? I am protector of what? What is SENSEE? Sensei? Is that supposed to say sensei? What the heck? Hold on. All right, hold on. Wait a second. So this is Kurogiri. This over here, this is the platform where Aizawa, Mike, Monoma, that's where they were at. Yes? And this is where all the Toga Twices are. So then we come to this next page and I zoom in. You have okay, so is Monoma yelling sensei? You have Aizawa, Mike. These are Mike's glasses. A bunch of the Toga Twices. Monoma's now yelling no. Oh, they took one of the Toga Twices took Aizawa and then Kurogiri warped them. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. He saved our teachers, or did he took Mike? He took Mike too? He took Mike too, I guess. Okay. Or he was just removing Erasure from the playing field. Nothing helps out Shigaraki more than that. Whatever the case, all we can do is have faith and fight on. For everyone's survival. For victory. For Midoriya. That's nice. I like that. This is like footage from like a camera, it looks like. Deku's rushing him. Gunga. My original scheme was for him to become me in his entirety. Melding minds with Tomura to create a new entity altogether was never, in fact, plan A. Okay. Granted, Tomura's impulse for destruction eclipsed all my hopes. But that is a minor detail. Now that this body's role is done, injecting my quirk factor into Tomura will broaden my authority and put a lid on him. This quirk stuff is weird. The Demon Lord's completion, such is my tale. You ain't reaching Shigaraki on my watch. It's like this, All for One is this weird like amalgamation where it's like as long as a version of him is fine, it doesn't, it's like now he's like, this body's finished. Like me as I exist is done. But if I take this and inject it into Tomura, then I'll be over there and I'll be fine. It's very weird to think about. It's very weird. Let me go back. You ain't reaching Shigaraki on my watch. He's Orochimaru. He is. Get it? That's how our tale goes. Our future's on the line. For the kid's sake. Hawk's rushing in. None of it's for you to chew up and spit out. To go further beyond. Toward a future so bright. Oh, snap. The wind seems to blow my way. Oh, snap. Nah. What am I looking at? This gotta be some shenanigans. What the hell am I looking at? They can't help but, what am I looking at? No. I'm gonna turn the page and there's gonna be some shenanigans. Ain't no way. Okay, I was gonna heat up. I'm like, there's no way that just happened. That would have been nuts. How long have people been waiting for Shiketsu students to show up? That's what the title is. It's her weird vernacular. That's what the title is. It's her weird vernacular. People have been waiting for Shiketsu kids to show up for a minute. Ah, the agony. I was too hasty. Oh, how I've yearned for you. No, hold on. I'm not. I gotta get this. The fake out was more believable than anything. That was a great fake out. That was a great fake out. I think if there would have been like blood on the panel, I'd have been like, "Hey, yo, that's crazy." But the fact that it wasn't blood made me hesitate. I gotta get this Tokoyami. It's like, what the heck? Totes an illusion for reals. All right. Hold on. 1, a skosh, a little bit. 2, unalived, killed. 3, simping to have a hard. We really have to. Okay. If I'd been a skosh later, you would have unalived that certified hottie I'm simping for. Not very fetch of you. No cap. Jesus. You know what? We never really got a lot of her. We got a little bit of her. I'm like, this right here. This, if I'd been a skosh later, you would have unalived that certified hottie I'm simping for. Not very fetch of you, no cap. This sounds like some white girl I went to college with. Right? This sounds like some girl I went to college with. I'm being like very serious. I've met this girl before and I've heard her talk. And I've walked away from the group of them that were talking. 100%. Fetch, like, cool, awesome, probably. No cap, a distinct lack. That's funny. No cap, a distinct lack of a hat. Who knows, honestly. No cap is no lie. And then she's riding the meat finger. That's homeboy. His daddy was at the person for what's his face. I can't remember his name. The one that was like possibly could be a villain. His dad was at Tartarus, worked for Tartarus. As the faction receiving refugees from UA, we were designated as a purely non-aggressive defensive force. However, the refugees have yet to arrive. Since we've deduced the imminent danger and impending ruination, we took it upon ourselves. All right. When I turn this next page, I better see Inasa. If Inasa is not yelling at me in the next 2 pages, I'm right with everybody complaining about this stuff. No, I'm playing. It's been forever since we've seen Inasa. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If Inasa's not yelling at me on this next page, it's a mistake. To assemble Shiketsu High School's hero course and assist in battle. All right, let me read this and then listen up, pal. I'm the guy who decides which way the wind blows. Ooh, that's a nice line. And I agree right with you. These kids need to get the hell up out of here. It's way too dangerous. It's way too dangerous. Way too dangerous to be around All For One. All right, it's way too dangerous. The way to flex. So people are trying to cancel Hori because she's riding around on this finger. That's why people are trying to cancel him? Are we being serious? Like, is that why? Plus her boobs are just all in your face. Were they not complaining with her design 4 years ago when we first seen her? What about Toga when she's butt naked whenever she transforms into people? Yes, they were. Jesus. And what about Momo? I know people complain about Momo. I don't know. This is what we're complaining about. Do people complain about One Piece characters? They're literally sticks with watermelons on their chest. Do people complain about them? Stuff I don't read One Piece. I'm not in there. These are things I just need to know. I don't read One Piece, so I don't know. I don't know either. But they're literally like all the female characters look like sticks with balloons on the front of them. This is a really cool fake out though at Hawks. It's a really cool fake out. And people are really mad about the Tokoyami panel. People need to get a grip. I think it's it's very annoying that it's become the thing to just hate on My Hero. It's annoying because it's like it feels like you can't get on the internet and just talk about it. Everyone's mad about it. Like people complaining about the anime episode where Deku was when Deku's standing on top of the building, and they're like, it's a blue sky. And I'm like, it was a blue sky in the manga. It's the middle of the day. It was a blue sky. It wasn't raining. Just because it was raining in the opening, it doesn't mean it was raining when you look back at the chapter. It's the middle of the day. Like, what are you talking? Like, it's annoying. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. It doesn't matter what My Hero could have no blunders, and someone will find something to complain about it. I just don't know. It's like, I'm pretty sure everybody knew Invisible Girl has been butt naked for the entire series. Everyone knew that. When Invisible Girl is in school, when she's chilling, when she's in the dorm, she's wearing clothes. But when she's a hero, she has on boots and gloves. And then back in season 1 back in season 2, it was either season 2 when Snipe accidentally like bumped into her and she freaked out, and then he freaked out too. It's like, yes, she's naked. Like, I'm pretty sure we knew that. Everyone just conveniently forgot All Might was wearing shades in the next chapter, which meant it was bright outside. Exactly. It's just I don't know. It's the same people complaining about this are they work on the same brain cells the people that felt the second and third user were Bakugo and Kirishima. Like, it's the dumbest thing I ever heard when you guys told me that. Like, huh? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. If you want to be mad at the Bakugo thing, you can be mad at the Bakugo thing. Nobody likes fake outs. But guess what? Every single shonen series that's a battle shonen series does a fake out. They all do it. And we hate them all every single time. So it's like, at some point in time, we should have expected the fake out to happen. It happened. So it's like, if you want to hate that, then fine, hate it. But if you just want to nitpick at it feels like every chapter or every episode of the anime, someone has to find something not to like. Like, I don't know. It gets very irritating to like be a fan of My Hero and attempt to share your experience with other people. Like, it feels like you can't be genuine. You can't genuinely say you like it because someone will say something about it. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any damn sense. Like, if you don't like, stop reading it. If it bothers you so damn much, go read something else that makes you happy. Like, why do you need to take what you don't like and find people that do like it and then try to ruin it for them? Like, stop trying to spread your negativity. That is annoying. Like, if we're having a good, fine time over here, I don't need you to come give me a perspective. I don't care. Because the 7 people I'm talking to over here are the 7 people I'm talking to. I'm not bothering nobody else. I don't need this hate and this dumbness. It's so stupid. It's very aggravating. Oh, it's very aggravating. It's trendy to hate it. I understand hating a fandom, right? I do. But when you just want to, I just find it senseless to argue with people for the sake of arguing, because I don't like arguing. But just to find it, like, there's just some people where, yeah, the other thing, that's just gonna open up a whole nother can of worms. I understand being critical of something that you like, but I hate the overcritical people that just criticize so much that they don't even enjoy it. But you say you do, but nothing you say, nothing you talk about, like, there's nothing good you ever say about it. All you ever look to is the bad, but you enjoy it. And you're like, oh, I'm critical because I like it. It's just like, well, I don't ever hear you say that you like it. It's not wrong to say that you like something. It's not wrong to say that you love something, right? It's not wrong to be that way. And you still can analyze a story and still say you like it and still But a lot of these people, they don't say they like it. They just go straight to, oh well, this part I don't like this part, and I don't like this part, and this fake out was stupid. What if this chapter was how many pages long? 16 or 17 pages. And the one thing people want to talk about is the fake out, her boobs, and her writing on a finger, which were 4 panels. What about the art and the storytelling and the business course moment? What about this really cool Labrava panel on page 5? What about all this stuff? You're not going to talk about it? No. There's no reason to have a conversation with a person like that. I don't feel like it. It's so annoying. Saw a Twitter post this morning about how the anime has failed to properly adapt this season because of the color gradient. Oh my gosh. Like, I say this, right? Opening the first ending. This is something that I don't know, like, were you dropped on your heads? Like, nope, that's cancelable. Like, I can't say that. That's cancelable too. Like, hear me out. A lot of us who are reading the manga and watching it, we like it a lot, right? We want it to look and be the best thing ever. Like, we want the very best for it. The first opening for this 6th season, we're in the 6th season, right? The color, how it's colored, the art, the animation for it, the first ED. If the whole series looked like that, oh my goodness, it would be incredible. But the whole series doesn't look like that. I know it doesn't. So I'm not going to freak out that it's not. My Hero has looked a certain way. And if anything, My Hero, it has been consistently the same for all of it, right? It's been consistently the same. You have your ups and you have your downs. You have your movie quality cuts and you have your very crappy cuts. And it goes up and down like every other anime production that's not done by Ufotable or done by Cloverworks when they give the budget, or done by A1 when it has all the budget and it's #1 series. Right? And it's not MAPPA, and we know what goes on with MAPPA. Like, if it's not that, it's gonna go up and down. But I feel that's whatever. I just want a studio to come and say, since y'all hate everything, we're just gonna shut it down, right? Just let MAPPA handle everything. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. It really it pisses me off. It does. It really does. So annoying. Like, this I'm saving this. This Labrava panel, I don't know if people are even going to talk about this Labrava panel. This Labrava panel where Hori drew it from the perspective of being inside the screen, this is a really cool panel. It's really cool. I don't know if people are going to talk about that. I don't know. Really cool panel, man. It's like we live in a weird time where if you want to talk to a girl, you're thirsty. If you like something, you're corny. Like if I don't say I don't like something about it, then I'm just being like I'm being stupid. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, like that reminds me of Bleach during the Fullbring arc when everyone was mad that people weren't getting sliced in half. So stupid. It happens with every series, but for some reason, I know why it happens with My Hero. I know why it does. Like, this is after the big three era was coming to a close by Naruto and Bleach ending, leaving One Piece by itself. Everyone was so quick, right? who's the next big three? Who's the next big three? Who's the next big three? There is no next big three because everyone hates all the series that came after it. Like, everyone hates all of them equally. But what this is that there was clear, it's the same thing with the big three. Like, you had Bleach, which was like the cool kids. It felt like the cool kids like Bleach. That's what it felt like. Naruto was the popular one, and One Piece was the juggernaut. Like, with all the new series, with Boruto, with Black Clover, with My Hero, with Jujutsu Kaisen, it feels like the cool people like this one, and My Hero is the one for kids. And it's been marketed to kids, and it's the one that got stuck on a kids channel, so it has to cater to kids. And now when Hori doesn't want to cater to kids no more, and he's still hamstrung by the fact that the series is popular because kids like it. It's like it has like the stink of being popular for children. We need it's like that's a main thing. That's a big thing. Why? It's mainstream. People don't like it because it's mainstream. I don't know. It's annoying. It's draining. It's very draining. It's very draining. It's like people have been waiting for the Shiketsu kids to show back up. And then when the Shiketsu kids show back up for the first time in manga time, it's been 3 years since we've seen the Shiketsu kids, right? It's been a long time since we've seen them. And the first time they show up, it's instant issues. The first panel they show up in, we instantly got it. There's a problem. We haven't seen the Shiketsu kids since before the Endeavor training arc, right? The makeup exam. That was years ago. That was like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been a long time since we've seen them. Yeah, because the war was 2021. Yeah, the war started in 2021. Yes? The first battle. No. Yes. I don't freaking remember. Hold on. I just gotta look at the playlist for the channel. Because the first chapter we did was when Endeavor and Shigaraki first fought. The first chapter we did on the channel. Playlist. 2 years ago. Pause. What date? What's the date on this? May 24th, 2020 is when Endeavor rushed down on Shigaraki after he decayed the hospital. That's the chapter. It was 2 years ago. And all that, and it's been 3 years since we've seen the Shiketsu kids. And the first time we see the Shiketsu kids, people are complaining. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't know. I thought them showing up was cool. Like, we know, like, the fact that Inasa has such a busted quirk and we haven't been able to see him a lot is criminal. It's very criminal. Like, especially now, like, if he has better control over his quirk, he should be able to manipulate the battlefield pretty handily, right? He's a good area of effect hero that can like, he should be able to, like, how he's doing in this last panel, all the Toga Twices are being manipulated by him. He can't stick around because All For One could just slam his hand on his face and take his quirk. But it's like, this is a big moment that we finally get to see the Shiketsu kids, and I'll be damned. because her cleavage is out, people don't like it. Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I thought this was a good chapter. I really did. Like I wanted to go back and look at this panel, right? Of this like toga twice that's like feral. We got some cool information in this. Boobies stopped us. Right? I really like that La Brava panel. I really I get the aversion to having teenagers in less than appropriate clothing and all that. But people need to remember that one, this series is Japanese. Exactly. They play by way different rules than us. You already know what you're getting at this point. It's exactly the point. Like, this is like, I don't know what people don't realize, but when in Japan and when it comes to them creating things, they don't create for the rest of the world. They create for themselves. Right? They create for themselves, and then they look to push it everywhere else. Like, it was a good chapter, though I don't like how All For One is literally achieving nothing when he's supposed to be like the scariest villain. He did this to himself, though. That's the whole point. We're just taking advantage of it. Like, All For One is the reason why things are going bad. And a lot of mangaka have come out and said they don't like doing stuff like that, but unfortunately themselves it does. Their culture, their society is completely different from ours, right? It's like I feel like I don't make a big deal out of this. Whenever I learn that CP, the children's stuff, was legal until like the mid 2000s, that blew my mind. And since I learned that, it's just like whatever. Right? Like how I see things and how they see things are completely different. But yeah, All For One is the reason why All For One's in this situation. It's his fault, and it's now we're just taking advantage of that. Like he's got so many things in place working against himself, to where it's like now he has to like try to like recover, and it's like he's doing it all to himself. And it's just, can we stop him? Can we just like delay him? That's it. Can we just delay him? But it's him. It's all been him. It's all him. Yeah, it's all him. Like, if he wanted to, he could like curb stomp everybody. He's always been like this. Always. It's like he gets a kick out of it. He completely gets a kick out of it. Look at this Hawks panel. Like, there's no way Endeavor should be drawing breath. All For One should occur. Like, if he really wanted to, he could like level the playing field. It's like he does this like for the thrill. Every battle. That was a weird jump. Every battle. Like, if you even think back to Kamino when he fought All Might, he just was dragging that fight out. Like he was just toying with him. Like he wasn't like trying. He really wasn't trying to hurt All Might. He just wanted to do like, I'm going to bring you here so that I can expose this, and then however this goes. That's every situation. You could be like, oh, that's what he's doing. Like him saying this, right? Where he was like, this right here, all this stuff, like he was like, the plan was for me to take over his body. But all this stuff that happened, never expected it. It's like, dude, why didn't you like I don't get it. I don't know what he was trying to do with making Tomura like awaken and whatnot. He could have just took Tomura's body and awakened his damn self. That's what I don't get. It's like he does this stuff on purpose. He could have awakened on his own. He didn't need Shigaraki to do it. Yeah, it's like when Shigaraki's in the cave and he's like molting, and All For One's just like, I'll leave him be. Why? It's like it's something like with these quirks, he gets caught up with the infatuation of it. There's so many. I feel like we need to figure out, eventually need that drop of lore that tells us why All For One is this way. We can guess that he's like this because of the quirk. But it's like he just does things that just, yeah, he's the dumbest, smartest man. But I don't know why he is the way he is. He's a man-child. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. I think now this is a question. I was thinking about this watching the anime now that we're at this point. The camera froze again. Encoding overloaded. That's why it's freezing and hitching. I don't know what to do. There's some setting that's messed up. I'll figure it out. CPU usage is at 0.7 though, so I don't know. But I was rewatching, and when you find out that One For All can't be held by someone that has a quirk because it shortens their lifespan. My question is, I think we thought about this, like if he gets One For All, he might end up dying. But I think like legit, if he gets One For All, he would kill himself, no? Like, I think his quirk All For One allows for him to have multiple quirks. But if he were to take One For All, does that circumvent All For One? And would that end his life? Would it be too much of a burden? I don't know. It's like he's made his body to handle all those quirks, but what happens? But what happens if he get like, essentially One For All is an offshoot of his? So like, what if it like does this weird like completion thing? How would you guys feel? I just thought about this. Wow. How would you feel if All For One took One For All, but taking One For All had like adverse effects and it like started to break him down and deteriorate him, and Deku like beats him with like the dregs of One For All, and you get like movie 2 moment where it's like his, like, not movie 2, I use that because it happened, but you get an All Might moment where he does like a final smash and like takes out All For One but loses One For All, the ability to use One For All at the same time, and the quirks One For All and All For One both dissipate with the defeat of All For One as like a finale for this. I don't know. Depending on how like it would pan out, I think it'd be cool. I would love for Deku to keep his quirk too. But if there was anyone to not have a quirk and be fine with not having a quirk after having the most powerful quirk, and still him have like status, it would be Deku. Because Deku would be the greatest hero. And like how fitting would that be? The greatest hero in this society of superhumans has no quirk. Like, he's the greatest hero. I think it's a cool idea to like flirt with and poke with. I don't know. Still in the camp that he can't actually take it. What if he gives it to him? That would be crazy. People would hate Deku. What if he gave it to him? Like Deku big brained it. Like Deku had the thought, like, if I give it to him, he might die. And gives him the quirk, but we don't have the knowledge that Deku thought about that, and people would be like, he's an idiot. You talking about people would be hating it. Shigaraki has a clear chance to take it and got pushed back. We were already established that One for All needs to pass on consensually. Yeah. But then they said they said that All for One and Shigaraki had to overpower the One for All users to take the quirk. Like they had to it was like a battle of will, kind of like Avatar versus Ozai at the end of Avatar, Aang and Ozai, where it's like a battle of wills. And if they were to overpower the One for All users, then they would have been able to take the quirk, just because all of the conscious people in there. That's what I'm thinking. I think it was because other people were able to step up on Deku's behalf and fight back that they weren't able to take it. But what if he goes to them and is like, I have to, like, this is the only way to beat them. And like begrudgingly they say yes, he gives the quirk up. And then through that gives us the chance to defeat him like once and for all. It's a super leap though. It is a super, it is. I wonder though. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, what if? It is though. I can see something like that happening. The ending of the series 100% is gonna split the fan base down the middle. I think we all can agree on that. Half of everyone's gonna like how it ended, and half of everyone's gonna hate how it ends. Like we can all people are gonna hate this regardless of how it ends. If this thing ends like. I can't say it ends like Dragon Ball Z because I hate almost every arc ending of Dragon Ball. It's my favorite series. I hate them all. I think the only ending I like is Cell Saga. Saiyan Saga too, but it went on for too long, it felt like. But it's like, I hate how Z ends. I hate the end of the Buu arc. Like, I'm not a fan of like ending things with the Spirit Bomb. But it's like, if this thing ends in like a battle to the death in a wasteland and they're just like beating the hell out of each other, there's gonna be people that hate that. If this thing ends with Class 1A beating Shigaraki or All for One, people are gonna hate that. If this thing ends with Deku and Bakugo fighting Shigaraki, people are gonna hate that. If it does, no matter what way the series ends, people are gonna hate it. I can't find an ending where everyone would like it. All right, have a good one. I can't think of a way that this thing ends and it's just like universally liked. Can't think of it. I can't think of it. People complain about boobies hanging out. There's no way the series is gonna end. Yeah, me too. And we know it's not gonna happen. We know it's not. It feels like just copium at this point. I know it's not going to end that way, even though that's what I want. I want like exactly what this panel is on page 10. I just want these two to just slug it out until one of them can't move no more. That's it. That's what I want. See, now this is where what if Deku kills Shigaraki and it's still not done? What if we have to go after All for One? I don't know. Freaking Orochimaru. We have to track him down to the ends of the earth. We get our 1v1 battle and Deku beats Shigaraki, and it's still not done yet. And it's kind of like we just got to hunt all for one. He's got nowhere else to run. Corner him. Jump him. Yeah, I'd be fine with that too. I'd be fine with that too. As long as I just want my 1v1 between Deku and Shigaraki. That's it. Deku's gonna have to stop. That's the thing. Deku's battle with Shigaraki right now is on a time limit. Because I don't think he shut off Gear Shift. He hasn't faced the blowback of Gear Shift yet. That's gonna happen. You don't set that up and then not use it. He's gonna have to go down. Someone's gonna have to step in. That's just how this goes. He has yet, like, he either beats Shigaraki before it happens or after it happens. I sense the war from Naruto happening, where that's a lot of spoilers, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Right? That's I feel that moment happening when Naruto shows up when people show up and Naruto gets healed by Sakura, and then people fight on his behalf until he's able to step back in. And then he gets back into the fray. Telling that's gonna happen. I see that moment happening. All my steps in with the Iron Man suitcase and dies his gruesome death. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna call it here. Another good chapter. Got people complaining about everything. How old is Kami? Kami's 17, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Kami's 17, no? She's older than them. Yeah, she's older. They were second years, weren't they? Yeah, the Shiketsu kids were a year older than them. And our kids are already a year older than when they took that class. These kids they're like 18, no? Right? 17, they're of age in Japan. Oh, I don't care. At this point, I don't care. Because our kids are 16. Yeah, they're 16 now. They were 15 14 when we met them. At Deku, he was 14. We skipped a year. Was with him for a year. He's 16. All right, I'm calling it. I'm out of here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Viz, I think, said we get a chapter next Sunday. Now we get to My Hero. 7 days away. So, yeah, I'll catch you back here next Sunday. Hopefully, God willing, I'll catch you back here next Sunday for 381. So, again, thank you. I appreciate you. I'll catch you. Peace out.